Hi, everybody. Good morning. It's a lovely, shall we say, pre-spring morning with all that lovely snow and freezing rain out there. Isn't it lovely? Anyway, I thought I would do this brief little video. As you can tell, this room is my sewing room. You can see the material and stuff behind me, but this is the best place to do it. What I'm going to do today, folks, is make starter pots for seeds out of old newspapers. Really easy. It'll save you a lot of money in the long run. Instead of having to buy those pre-made thingamies that you pay through the nose for in the stores, these you can make all by yourself. They'll cost you nothing, and they work. You don't have to worry about the ink that's in there because that's all vegetable-based ink in the newspapers. So, okay, without further ado, since I'm doing this myself, I'm going to lower the camera down so you can see what I'm doing and how I'm doing it, okay? All right, now we have some newspapers in here that have been crumpled up and soaking in water. And what I'm going to do with those is throw some into this little hand blender. Yes, Elaine's gardening and cooking show. Right now I'm cooking newspaper. Okay, add a bit of water. And then all we got to do, if I can get this to turn, is grind it up. Yeehaw. There she goes. This is just a hand blender, so you don't need a great deal of speed. All you want to do is mash this up. Now, if you want to, you can add wood ashes to this. You can add old coffee grounds, and that'll make them even richer for you. So, all right, now we've got that out. Take the blade out of the way. No sense cutting my hands off in the process. So now all you got to do with this, now it's nicely ground up, squeeze out your excess water. And if you notice here, I have, if you can see it, I hope you can, I have a muffin tin turned upside down. Rather than put it inside, I put it on the outside. The simple reason being they dry faster and you're still going to get your same shape. So all you got to do is just kind of layer this around. It's real easy. Just like kids in school, you know, you can have so much fun doing this. You can get your hands dirty. Oh yeah, you can just have a ball doing this. Now mind you, this is only a brief demonstration. I would be normally making these on a much larger scale, so I'd be using the 12 tin. But this is just a little demo, just to show you how they're done. And you can save some shekels doing this too. Alrighty, now in order to dry these, quite often, what you can do is just leave them out in the sunshine, and they'll dry fairly quickly. But since we don't have any sunshine, what I'm going to do with these is put them in my propane oven. Just the pilot light alone will dry them. And they'll be dried in less than 12 hours. So that's literally all you have to do with those. Just throw them around, give them their shape. And when these guys are dry, they will hold your soil just beautifully. They will feed your little growing plants for a few days. Of course, you've got your soil in there too, so you really don't have to worry. Now I'm going to take my blade, separate that a little bit so they don't stick together. All right. And you don't have to worry about these falling apart so easily, because what I do is put them inside my starter tray where the little cups are. So you don't have to worry about them falling apart too easily on you. All right, we got those separated. And if you've got a little hole in it, you don't have to worry. It's not rocket science. It's not a real big deal. If you've got a little hole in it, that's okay, because you're still going to hold your soil, and you're still going to be able to bring up your little seeds in there. Okay, now if you need a larger one, you want a taller one, what I suggest is using an old jam jar. This is just got some jam in it, and I'm only using this for demonstration. This is about to be removed anyway, so what the heck. That's all I'm going to do there. Put them on a jam jar, and then you could make yourself a longer one. If you need one that you figure is going to be in your starter pot a little bit longer than normal, just make a bigger one. It's no problem to make a bigger one. You can have a lot of fun with these. You can get the kids involved too. You know, you want to get the kids involved in gardening, that's a good thing. Just as it is to get your kids involved in the kitchen. All kids should learn how to cook, by golly. I think that should be something that the adults insist on with their kids, is that they learn how to manage the kitchen. But they should also learn how to tend a garden, grow their own veggies, then they're not going to have to worry so much about all this GMO-laced garbage that you get in the stores. Okay, so that's it in a nutshell there. There's your bigger size. See, there's a little hole there. I'm going to patch that up. Like I say, it doesn't matter if you have a hole, because this will be set right into your starter pot. I'm sorry, your tray. So it still is going to hold your moisture. You won't have any problem that way. So like I say, all I'm doing with these, I'm putting them into the oven, and I'm just going to let them dry on the temperature that's in there with the pilot light, and they'll be dried in no time. So that's it in a nutshell. It's a brief show, I must admit, very brief show, but hey, it's a show I think worth putting on, because it's something that's going to help you save some money in the long run. Instead of paying through the nose, you can recycle your old newspapers. A lot of people recycle their newspapers and use them as fire logs, and that's terrific too. Another thing that you can use for starter pots is eggshell cartons, the kind that disintegrate. And these will disintegrate too. When you get them in your garden, you just plant them pot and all in your garden. They will disintegrate right into your soil. And they're also going to help to feed the soil too, because of the paper. Well, hey, that's wood. It came originally from wood. So I hope you've enjoyed this brief little show. I know it's very brief, but I warn you. Well, but once we get outside, the shows will be longer. So don't say I didn't warn you. Okay. In the meantime, I'm going to sign off, and I hope you enjoyed this little show, brief though it was. But hey, that's the way she goes when you're stuck indoors and can't do much in the winter. So hopefully we'll see you outside soon, and I hope you can make some of these for yourself and save some shekels. In the meantime, bye for now. Happy gardening.